Starter's bad. Ah. There we go. Starter coming down somehow. Well, here's a starter. It's kind of a weird one. I think it's very similar to the 262 starter, if not the same thing. This Bendix should move this way, I believe. I believe the flywheel's right here, and that gear comes in. So I'm gonna see if I can get this thing to budge. I know it spins. I think to get this thing apart, we need to pull this lock ring out of in this collar. And I'm sorry, it's really hard to film here. Ah, there we go. A little bit of something going on. There we go. Okay, I got it. Yep, it's moving. Oh man, that's gummy in there. So check this out. This has got the gear fully engaged now. So if it was on the truck, it would be in the starter right now. So I'm thinking there's just gunk like this that is all over inside the starter. What I'm going to do is try to pry it upward again and try to work it back and forth, but I'm going to fill this thing with ATF. Service only as a complete unit. Sounds like I'm doing it myself. Like, are they just saying that it's non-repairable? Because I already know. Jeez.
So there's a locking pin you can take out.
Is that through the top in the middle? I think I see it.
Well, there's a drive pin on the top first.
I think it's trickling through a little bit now. We got a little bit of ATF coming in this side. Yeah, it's starting to work. That was a really tight seal down there with the rust. I mean, that's pretty wild. What I want to have is this thing to kind of slide up and down real easy like that. Okay. Now we can see inside there a little bit. It's kind of hard to make out what's going on in there. Yeah, so we have a little helical cut gear in there. I think that's what pushes it down in when it engages. I think these indents on the side, that indent right there, engages with that slot. So that's what actually drives this thing.
You need to now.
Pin up here. Well, maybe. Well, yeah, look at that. Yeah. So that's how it works. It starts spinning, and then it shoves itself into the flywheel. So, yeah, I guess, fuck it. We'll just throw the retaining ring back in and see if this thing will turn over on the bench. Alright, so I got the ring back in. This thing does do the starter thing. Goes like that. So I think that's what we need. And then it kind of shoves itself into the flywheel. Should come back at a certain point. I don't know. Now it's stuck down. Oh, fuck me. But it's all working, so I'm going to see if this thing spins and does something. Yeah, I started fucking with it. That's my problem. Screw it. Let's put some power on it and see what happens. Ready? Well, she spins. I'm not sure why the Bendix isn't returning, but it seems like it's locked all the way down, doesn't it? Alright, we clamped her down with the foreskin removed. We have the pin available. We should be able to tap that out. I think if I really believe in myself, I can ruin it. It's like the whole end is... Oh, look at that!
goes. Goes.
It should all come out. Okay. And this guy. Alright. We're in a better place now. So it'll come past the helical gear, but it won't go back. Just trying to figure out why. I think we gotta get this thing off of there and we can fully take it apart and put it back together. So there's the pin got out, and I think this washer should come off. This piece should come off. We should be able to take the whole thing apart like a little coaster brake bike hub. There's a little retaining ring in that groove, and taking that out allowed us to pull these out. We got a Belleville washer, we got a copper washer, and then pulled this collar off of the helical gear here, and these two guys popped out. So these are, there's a little hole in there, and it's what do you call it, blocked on the outside, so the spring and pin go in there and they kind of ride in this groove. And I think what happened was this pin probably got on the wrong side of the law over here, and the sheriff had to take them in. So we're gonna try to put this thing back in together. Where is it? You can see the pin right there, and that pin's on a spring. So as we pull this forward, as we screw it on, the pin goes into the groove in the black part. So we want the pin to go up and over these gears and ride in this groove now. And we looked at some forum posts on like a Ford forum, and so you can back it off because it has a 45-degree angle on that bottom part. So back it off, then you put a piece of matchstick in there. That'll take up that groove so it's more like a flat, and that'll allow the pin to move over the groove onto these gears. So I'm hoping that we can make that happen. Dad's going and trying to find a matchbook. Like matchbooks, we don't have matchbooks anymore, you know. No one smokes, and I don't know. Did you find one? Okay. Red Owl, look at this. It's a vintage matchbook. Nice. Alright, so let's see if it works. Show us what you're doing. Oh, did it work? Did it work? It worked. Where's the match? Okay.
Holy shit, dude.
So that worked actually. Just put wow. Put a match in there, and then that pin rides from there onto the match, and then it pulls it over and match onto the next gears. So we're gonna put this thing back together and try our hardest not to let this thing slide back. No lube. Apparently you're supposed to soak it in kerosene, which I guess we could use diesel. Just to, I think, keep it assembled well enough and lubed well enough to put it on, but it's not supposed to be oiled because it can attract gunk. ATF helped a lot to get it apart though. Alrighty, so we got the pin back in, got everything on. So we had to make a little spacer here. So I'll let my dad let go of this thing. It should cover that little pin. Sweet. Alright, we'll drop that spacer off. We'll have to label these, put them in a special drawer, so when I do this next time in 25 years I'll be able to find it. Looks like it's working. Watch that pin, buddy. Don't be doing the same thing. I think what we should probably do is just test this on the battery, and it'll simulate the action it'll take in the truck, and I guess the force of spinning it is enough to supposedly return it back to where it is now. Let's hook this thing back up and give her some electricity.
Doesn't the motor have to spin it faster?
I think I was wrong about that. Oh. This is just the force of going fast, I think. Well, did the same exact thing. Well, it's much easier to install the starter when it's 45, 50 degrees out than 33. So I threw it in today. Let's get this thing a crank. It turns.